Hey everyone, welcome to another Gearhead Daydream. Welcome to another video. This video is all about my car and what I've done to it in terms of modifications. So as you know, it's not a standard Mustang. It hasn't been after pretty much a few days after I bought it. First thing I did was I chopped the exhaust off and put some Roush axle backs on, and now they're gone as well. So here it is. Quick walk around. If you haven't seen it, I don't know where you've been, but this is the car. I love it. I think it looks great. Love the white on blue, or the blue on white, the American racing colors. So what is on the car? I'm gonna start from the front. I just want to take you guys through what I've done to it and just tell you the story about it as well, really. So I bought this car, well, I took delivery of it on the 16th of May, 4.5 years ago. So whatever that is, 2017. It's a 2017 car. And yeah, I bought this from Sandy Cliff in Nottingham, which is a dealership. They have a Ford store. Really nice guys. And I ordered this actually back in, I think it was October 2016. It had a blend date of sometime in early March, and the actual window sticker was produced sometime late February. So that's the process, and I obviously took delivery on the 16th of May. But yeah, a few weeks later I had the Roush axle backs put on, and I had quite a lot of the modifications already waiting for it. So what have I got at the front? So yeah, okay, starting with the first thing, EU stow and show, so I can take that off and put it on. And then what I did was I cut the factory grill out, and I placed a mesh on it myself, and I cut this mesh. I just bought this from eBay, and it looks pretty good, I think. There you go. Don't mind the cat pee. I don't know why, but the cats love to scent mark this. And then I swapped out the European lower grille for the American one, and likewise did the same as well, because our European ones are a bit different. And I've also got the Apr Front Splitter. It's a carbon fiber front splitter, but it's carbon fiber in name, really. Top is carbon fiber, bottom looks like it's fiberglass. And what else have I done? Yep, changed the indicators so they're sequential. So if I show you guys, see, oh, that's pretty cool. Yes, it is. And then I also changed the because in the UK we have our daytime running lights in here, so I changed those to white LED as well. In the European Mustangs we don't get the tri-bars like you see over there, so I had to install those, so they're the dynamic ones. And I've also got some demon eyes in there as well. What else have I got? Okay, obviously that's a Mishimoto Oil Cooler, you can see in there. And I just spray painted Kenne Bell on it, because obviously it's Kenne Bell Supercharged. This is a Savini's ram air hood with the ram air duct, so you can see it's just all black and it goes underneath. And then I also bought these. So the reason I bought this hood was it did look good, but the main reason was because I wanted to put these OEM Ford vents in there. Now a lot of people don't know about this because they don't know. So if I unlock it, you can see that it has the indicator built into it, and that's actually a throwback to the 60s, because a lot of people were driving around with the indicators on because they couldn't hear the relays, and because the engines were just so loud. So Ford decided to put the indicators in the vents as well, so they could see that the indicator was on. Now Ford only did this in the North American Mustangs for 1 year in 2016, so I had to get the OEM parts from the States with the OEM harness and splice it into my indicators for this to work. And then obviously I needed a hood which could accommodate the OEM hood scoops, and I think it looks pretty darn good. I mean, sitting inside the car when you put it, it looks cool. It makes me feel cool, and it's one of my favorite mods. So it is what it is, and I like it. And moving further back, so obviously I've got the Super Snake stripe, which goes on the top and onto the all the way around the back. That's a 3M wrap because I felt that was the nicest one. And then the other thing I did was I had this wrapped as well, just around the back on the hood, so it just ties in with the cowling a bit better. It just didn't look right being white, so I did that as well. Another visual touch, so if you look, I replaced the emblems so they were black rather than the chrome, and then the blue dot inside matches, well, it's the same as the wrap on the side. So I've got some rocker stripes there as well, and then a subtle little badge here which says Kenne Bell liquid cooled supercharged, which I think is a nice touch, and it's blue so it looks good with the white. Wheels, so I used to have some Ferradas which I thought looked spectacular. Check out the photo here, but they weren't wide enough, so they were, I think, 265s at the front, 20-inch, and then 285s at the rear, 20-inch. The ride quality was a bit too stiff as well, so when I got a chance, when I supercharged and I got these, I decided to put them on because it's 285s at the front, 19-inch, and 305s 19-inch on the rear, so obviously that helps with the traction. And I've got some tire stickers, Michelin stickers on there, which I think again look pretty cool because it's white and blue, and it works. And then I've got a Roush side scoop, doesn't do anything, pretty much the only non-functional mod on the car. And obviously got my little Nebraska Cornhuskers shield on there. I get a lot of crap for that, but I don't care, I support them. First ever college football game I went to in Nebraska, Lincoln Memorial Stadium. If you can go, definitely go. Sold out. It's an amazing experience. Go Huskers. Yep, so obviously a little banner. So on the roof, I don't know if you can see it because it's a bit wet. It's actually a matte carbon fiber, and I've got the stripe on the top, which I think adds a nice little touch to it. There you go, you can see. And then I've got a carbon fiber rear wing from Anderson Composite. It's the GD250R style one. So the reason why, so I put this on first, and I always had the plan to put the carbon fiber front splitter on, but the car wasn't talking to itself, so I had to make sure that it carried through. So I went with that, then I wrapped the roof as well, and then that, so there's just like a bit more of a continuity. And then I've gone for gloss black on these, gloss black wheels, and I actually have some wing mirrors covers which are gloss black as well. I just need to put them on, just don't have enough time. I need to get them repainted as well because they're a bit scratched. So I think that will add a nice touch to it as well. So yeah, moving further back, pretty stock, no badge, OEM Ford Racing deck lid. Those are rare to find. Yeah, you can get replica ones, but wherever I can, I prefer OEM. And then these lights are special. Okay, there are not many of these in the world. There's when I've done 2 of these, so I did these myself, and then someone else has done one very recently. Basically, these are European internal lights. So if you see, it's got the amber indicator, but they're housed inside a red lens. So I had to buy a set of red tail lights from the States. I had another set of European taillights. Again, I've got my own OEM taillights that the vehicle came with because they're VIN marked, stored. Same with the headlights. So I bought 2 sets, cut them open, swapped the internals around. So if you notice, this is actually something cool that you probably won't know. If you notice that the inside bit with the ribs on it is actually black, it's not silver like you get in the American variants, which I think looks a lot more as it said, who is it that says it in Robocop? It's like more tactical. I think it looks cool. And then the set that I made from the leftover parts from this set is actually in the States with a buddy of mine who lives in Key West, Florida, who works for the Coast Guard, Logan. He's just actually Kenny Bell supercharged his car as well, and we're just diagnosing one or two things with that. It's pretty cool actually. It's a pretty cool car. So anyway, so that's the taillights. That's the story about the taillights. So what a lot of the guys in the UK tend to do is they either put a tint on them, a red tint, which actually covers up a lot of the lights, or they buy the Chinese VLAN ones, which I've heard are pretty cheap, but they have a lot more functionality. So it depends what you want, but I wanted OEM parts, I wanted the OEM look, and I wanted my straight bars. I'm not a fan of the chevron. Then that's it really. Visually, I don't think I've missed anything else out. The rest of it all is pretty much hidden underneath. Yeah, I can't think I've missed anything else out. So let's take you inside. There's not much going on inside. So inside, as you can see, box standard, I've got some WeatherTech floor liners in there. Excuse the mess, I haven't had a chance to wash this car in about 2.5-3 months. I don't use it daily. It's only done, what is it right now, 20,562.6 miles in 4.5 years. So that tells you. You have already seen the story behind the steering wheel. Love it. OEM Shelby airbag, and then I've got a Hurst shifter and a Lund N gauge, which are like gold dust nowadays. So that's about it really on the interior. Literally, that's all I've done. I don't really plan on doing any more to the interior. In the boot, what have I done in the boot? I don't think I have any. Oh yeah, I've just got a little net. I've got a little, I don't know if you can see it, a battery pack in there for my dash cam. So it keeps running even when the engine is off. Oh, on the side, I've got some Diode Dynamics clear side markers because I just think they'll look better than the amber ones or black ones. It just, again, just hides a bit better. And that's it in terms of the visuals. Right, let's show you what's inside the car in terms of underneath and under the hood. So I'm just gonna pop that. The keys in there, don't need those. So if you don't know, the Savini's hood is very heavy. I need to find a replacement for it. It looks cool, but function over form is what I want at the moment. So there you go. So yeah, this is the ram air duct. So when I supercharged it, I didn't use the engine lowering mounts because I just didn't want to add more work, to be honest, and I don't have the capability to be able to do that in terms of the tools, etc. required. So I left it where it was, and then I had to cut a little bit on the ram air duct. And then the other thing I found was that I had a little bit of rubbing over here for the throttle body, but it's again nothing major, it's fine. So what have we got? Mishimoto coolant reservoir, some engine dress up stuff like this. That it's already corroding, so I would not recommend that you get those. And it's on the brake reservoir as well. I've got a oil breather cap. It's a UPR one, which is great for boosted applications. You don't need it if you're not boosted. GLT catch can, and inside the engine I've got the MMR oil pump gears. I've got the MMR timing chain sprocket. I've got the MMR secondary tensioner bracket, which goes on this side, and I've got an ATI balancer. You can see, I don't know if you can see, but oh, there you can see, I think. So, and that's pretty much pretty much it under the hood. I've also got a Steeder K member at the bottom just to add a bit more rigidity, because doing the Supercharger install you have to remove the one that goes across from the strut, the K brace or whatever it's called. So I thought it's better, if you're taking something out, it's better to put something back in. That's pretty much it under the hood. And then suspension wise, I've got the Steeder spacers, because obviously it was pretty low as it was, and then adding the Supercharger made it even lower. So I've got some front spacers that go on top of your strut shocks springs, and then the springs that I'm running are Steeder's ultralight linear springs with Ford Racing shocks, and that's been a pretty good combination for me. But if you've seen my other videos, you know that's about to change. I'm about to change to TN Flex Z system with the EDFC active management, so I'm just slowly going my way through that. That's about it from the front. Then underneath, from the gearbox, I've got the what have I got? I've got the drive shaft shop carbon fiber prop shaft. I've got the exhaust wise, I've got the 3-inch Solo Performance Mac XV exhaust, which is, I can't recommend enough. I think it's brilliant. Then on the rear axle, I've upgraded the toe links to adjustable toe links from was it UPR or JLT? I think it's UPR products. I'm pretty sure it's UPR. Yeah, I think no, it's not UPR. I don't know who it is, but I'll write it down. I'll write it down in the video. And then it's the same brand for the Camber Arms as well. So the billet machined adjustable Camber Arms, small beefier, same as the toe links. I think it is UPR. No, it's not UPR. JLT. I think it might be JLT. I'm not sure. I've forgotten. But I've done a video on them, which you can find as well. And then I've got the Steeder vertical rings for Delrin bushings. And on the rear again, I've got obviously the ultralight. Well, I used to have the ultralight linear springs, and then there's Ford Racing, but I've just put in the TN springs with the adjustment, ride height adjustment. So I'm currently in the process of doing a video on that. And then I think, oh yeah, I did some sound deadening. You've all seen the video that goes in there. I think that is about it. And all of the mods actually make a world of a difference to how the car behaves, how fast it is, how it goes around corners. And this thing goes around corners. There's no doubt about that. In terms of my top 5 mods, okay. So if you're naturally aspirated, my top 5 mods, naturally aspirated automatic. So bear in mind, my car is an auto. I don't have a manual. So if you have a naturally aspirated automatic and you want to keep it naturally aspirated, the best modifications are a single piece prop shaft, uprated suspension. Oh, the other thing I've got on the BMR cradle bracing. I've got the Steeder cradle alignment bushings. I've got the Steeder differential bushings. Yeah, those as well. I forgot about those. I've got too much on there. But yeah, so prop shaft, bracing, suspension and springs, and bigger tires. And that's it really. And the car is great. If you want to get a tune, you can do it, but you know, I don't know. But in terms of boosted, so again, supercharger, if you're going 93 pump gas, it doesn't matter whether you go for Whipple, VMP, Kenne, Bell, whatever, they'll all give you about the same power. So supercharger, obviously you've got that. Then again, I would do the prop shaft. I would do the oil pump gears and the timing sprocket. I'll treat that as one mod. I would definitely consider the ATI balancer because reliability is key. And then I would do the suspension and the rear cradle bracing. So those are my top 5 mods for each one. And then obviously for the boosted one, you would have to get a tune. Whew, I think that's about it. That's all I've got on the car. I'm probably forgetting 1 or 2 other things, but I don't think they're major. But yeah, this is it. Brakes, standard factory brakes, discs, pads as they came from factory. I've not done anything to that. What else? That's it really. Thanks for watching, thanks for liking, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.